What is up, my painting brethren? We're here, in this together, quarantine. So you guys have probably noticed that everybody and their mother has now become obsessed with live streaming. Well, I'm no better, okay? I have joined them. I've been live streaming a ton on my YouTube channel lately, but the difference between me and them, I'm not some boring cunt. I'm doing art, we're talking, we're having a good time. The other day on stream, we had an hour-and-a-half conversation about boobs. Guys and girls, welcome. We don't discriminate. The only thing that I've been kind of weird about with streaming is I didn't want to overcrowd my YouTube channel. You know, still have my YouTube channel be curated videos that I put time into filming and editing. So I was like, okay, well, I'll probably switch over to Twitch. I'll do live streams over on Twitch. I've always had this idea that I wanted to do all the classic Goosebumps covers in my style. And I've always just been like, man, that's kind of a lot to do like one video. Like that's 60 something covers. How are you gonna do that for one YouTube video? And I didn't really want to do it as a YouTube series because then it would be too slow. So I've always had that idea in the back of my head, and it finally clicked. Like that could be what you stream every day. You could work on those. People could come. We could talk about those freaking amazing books. That's what today's video is going to be about. We're going to discuss Goosebumps books. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the artist that created all that art. We're going to check some of it out. And this is basically a public service announcement to say that as of tomorrow, Tuesday, May 12th, I am going to be doing Monday through Friday live streams every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have your coffee with me, hang out. We'll be doing like 2 or 3 hours on stream each day, just drawing, working on these Goosebumps cover art. Come hang out with me on Twitch. It's a great way to get to know me. Any questions you might have that maybe I don't answer in DMs or comments, come right over there, ask me, chat with me. I love just hanging out and making friends in these live streams. I've had quite a few of regulars in my YouTube one, and it's getting to the point now where I'm like, oh, that's so-and-so from Las Vegas, and like, that person's from Serbia. I care about my audience, so come hang out. Start your mornings off pretty mellow with me. Should be a good time. Whatever, enough about me. Let's talk about Tim Jacobus. I believe that's how you say his last name. Tim, if you're watching this somehow, I don't know why you would be. Who the f am I? But yeah, sorry if I said your last name wrong. Tim Jacobus, freaking amazing artist. I never knew who did the Goosebumps cover art, and once I finally had this idea, I was like, I have to do the research. Like, I have to find out who this person was that was creating it. And I found out that this dude is from New Jersey. So Tim, from a fellow New Jersey artist to another, if you ever see me at any like vending events or any art shows or anything, I got a New Jersey scum with your name on it, free of charge, my guy. This is for you. I would love to send him one of those. Because, dude, that dude's art had such an impact on my childhood. So the fact that he's from New Jersey too, and he was doing like weird monstery art, man, it got me. It definitely made me go like, okay, yeah, I have to do this series. Like, I have to now. Like, gotta do this tribute to a New Jersey artist, because, you know, New Jersey artist in this bitch. So yeah, Tim Jacobus, New Jersey-based artist. Scholastic wanted to either choose between him or this guy Jim Thiessen, who's also an incredible artist, and they had each of them do a cover, and they decided to pick Tim as their main guy, and he went on to illustrate, I believe, 60-something covers for them. So today we're going to be taking a look at some of Tim's art. I've got some of it already brought up. I'm definitely understanding that like some of you may have no idea what I'm talking about, because I know Goosebumps was more of like a, you know, a 90s, early 2000s kid thing, but damn, what a great time to grow up. Just having these awesome like kind of children horror books. There's a TV show. Slapped me right in the childhood. So good. Let's take some time. Let's check out some of the cover art. I'm going to talk to you guys about maybe some of my plans for them, and then some of the stuff I like and maybe I don't like. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, well, everything this guy does is incredible. And I'm also not going to be like, oh, this guy sucks. I'm way better. This guy sucks. I'm going to say how I feel, and I'll be cool about it. But yeah, if you guys are familiar with the Goosebumps series, let me know in the comments. And if you are familiar, you should definitely hang out with the streams, because I'm going to try my hardest to get copies of some of these books, and I'm going to be giving them away on the streams. So yeah, there's no reason not to come over to Twitch and hang out with me. Like, we're doing art, we're chatting, we're having a good time, doing giveaways over there. Like, what else could you want? Let's look at some art. First one that we're going to take a look at is the very first Goosebumps cover, Welcome to Dead House. So we're looking up at this haunted looking house, got somebody in the window there, the door's creaked open, the stairs are all chipped up, you got this creepy looking tree. So this is actually a really cool one to start with, because I've already done like a haunted house looking drawing. I did this like haunted crack house sticker. Probably go with like a monstery house. It's cool. I get to start out with something I'm definitely like already familiar with drawing. I like haunted houses, I like drawing that kind of stuff. So yeah, welcome to Dead House. That'll definitely be a great one to get my feet wet with this project, and definitely one that like I'll probably go pretty quickly through on the stream. Moving on, we've got this next one, Stay Out of the Basement. I remember reading this book. I understand you probably thought I was just going to talk about cover art, but yeah, heavy spoilers throughout this whole thing. I remember reading this one and just being so freaked out when I was a kid. Oh man, like their dad's crazy. He's like doing all these crazy experiments. Like, what if he kills the kids? Not realizing that like, hey, like 7 or 8 year old Austin, these are obviously kids books. There's not going to be child murder. Like, when I was younger, that's definitely where my head went. The whole time I was reading the book, I was like, he's gonna kill the kids! He's gonna kill the kids! Like, I used to really genuinely freak myself out on these books. It's so funny seeing the covers and like remembering everything that goes along. So, the Stay Out of the Basement cover, we've got all these chemicals, and he's a scientist that was experimenting on himself, and he's turning into a tree. I could just do some kind of plant monster surrounded by chemicals and stuff like that. One thing I am already noticing is a lot of the covers, you're looking up at them, and that's a huge angle used with painting, drawing, movies, TV, to show that the thing that you're looking at is like dominant. It's looking down at you, you're looking up at it, that's a dominant figure. So I'm noticing that like, you know, the Dead House, like you're looking up at it. With this scientist, you're looking up at it, you are small compared to them, and it's supposed to just kind of impose a little fear. This actually looks like it was shot with like a wide-angle lens. It's kind of funny. Tim painted this through a fisheye or something. He just got done the skate sesh and he was like, set up the VX. I'm painting from this angle. Probably like 5 of you know what I'm talking about at this point. Moving on. Be careful what you wish for. I don't know if I ever read this one, but I mean, realistically, Tim, when he was doing all of these, he was given the title and like a very short explanation of what the book might be about. He didn't get to like read the whole thing, I don't think, so I guess we're kind of putting ourselves in that same position. Kind of looks like Michael Jackson. Huh. Oh, piano lessons can be murder. So I tried to watch the Goosebumps TV show the other day, and it's so bad. It's so bad and so Canadian. And I watched Piano Lessons Can Be Murder, and oh my gosh, I hated it. It was like actually painful to watch that show. Oh, Lord. I'm getting flashbacks to how uncomfortable I was watching that TV show. But Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. He's got these floating hands playing the piano. Mine will most likely be like a crazy piano, like eating some kids or something. Egg monsters from Mars. Again, with like a warped perspective. It's pretty crazy. Crazy green egg with this goopy looking creature oozing out of it. It's really cool looking back at all this art and being like, oh, you totally were influenced in your art style as a kid, and that's why you create the way you create today. Like, seeing all the cartoons that I used to like and all the books I would read and all the stuff that I was into, it just makes perfect sense that, oh, I do these like melty, gross looking things. Oh my god, I remember being so afraid of this cover. I would see it at our school library, and I would always avoid this book because I was really afraid of it, and then when I finally read it, it again wasn't that scary because it's made for children, but I remember being actually afraid of this cover. This is amazing. This one's so awesome. Like this like kind of skull looking face just like staring at you with these big eyes and gross like ratty looking hair, and the way he did the reflection, I think that's what makes it the creepiest. Like that reflection in the water makes it so... Oh, man. Alright, I had to switch websites because that last one only had like 5 of the covers. Yeah, I don't know why I would only want to see 5. I obviously want to see a bunch of them. Freaking loser website. I had crab bisque for lunch, so if I'm burping, just know that it smells like crab. So, we have the Monster Blood cover. This one has the slime kind of like creeping down the steps and the glasses on there. Again, a lower angle, you're looking up the steps. I'm definitely gonna have to write that down and make that like a point to, hey, like try to draw from a lower perspective when you're doing these, because I'd say we should pay a little homage to them. That one, yeah, again, super easy because I already draw a lot of slimy stuff, so a lot of melting skin and slime and stuff, so that's right up my alley. Say cheese and die. Again, this book, I remember kind of being freaked out by it and just being like, what if I got a camera and I took a picture and the people died? What would I do? Because I was stupid and 8. This one is pretty cool. It's like a Polaroid and it's got this happy family and they're all skeletons. It makes me want a burger, damn, and a brew. Burger and a brew? Sounds delicious. Maybe I could do like a I could do like an OnlyFans tribute to this book cover. The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just a mummy. Got the red eyes. You know damn well mine will be yellow and lizard looking. This definitely isn't one of my favorites. Compared to some of the other ones, this one just seems pretty like straightforward and kind of boring. This one, I remember reading something that he was saying. The book is called Let's Get Invisible, and I remember him saying something along the lines of like he was like getting really pressured by like the publishers to like get the artwork in, and I think it was this cover. It might have been a different one. I could be mistaken, but I know there was one cover where they added something to his artwork, and he wasn't really happy about that because like who would be? Like you submit your own art for this book cover, and then like some random person doesn't even run it by you. They're just like, well, we're gonna put spider webs here. The fact that this wasn't done digitally and he was able to get that like opaque, that's nuts. I'm like actually kind of speechless by how freaking insane that is. We definitely have like the privilege of I'll be doing this on Procreate digitally, so like if I want to make it so a kid kind of looks invisible, I could just drop the opacity. But that's nuts. Wow. Oh man, nightmare fuel. The way it was set up, my bed was like right next to my closet door. When I would check these books out from the library, I remember having such issues sleeping because I was just convinced that like Slappy the dummy was gonna creep out of my closet. He was gonna like suffocate me, and I don't know. I was a kid with a very vivid imagination, and some of it wasn't necessarily a good thing. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. I don't particularly remember this one, but I know that I probably read it. So we got this monster kind of creeping into the tent. I love when people combine like black, green, purple, and orange. It reminds me of Halloween, and Halloween's my favorite. So for my version of Camp Nightmare, I'll probably do it a lot different, but I am going to try and keep like the green, purple, orange, and black. The ghost next door. It says the ghost next door, but I'm going to go with more of like a girl next door vibe where it's like, you know, you're kind of creeping, looking through the window, and it's like a ghost like drying herself off with a towel or something. These are just for fun, so I don't have to keep in mind that like, well, this is for children. Like, nope, I could just do ghost boobies if I want to. Oh, the haunted mask. This was it. This was the scariest one. Those teeth are so creepy. Like, everything about that is just terrifying. And the story was written so well. Like, that was probably one of the best written stories. Everything about it was just so gnarly. I'm like really, really just feeling so nostalgic right now looking at that one. God, it's so sick. Oh man, I cannot wait to start this stream. You Can't Scare Me. Don't know if I read this one or not, because even now, I remember as a kid looking at these people on the cover and being like, what are they, poop monsters? And just being like, yeah, I probably don't really care about reading about poop monsters. So for my rendition of You Can't Scare Me, these will definitely be poop monsters. One Day at Horrorland. I remember enjoying this book. And, you know, like I do a lot of conceptualizations of different theme parks and arcades and bakeries and stuff like in my style that are like monster themed and like Space Case themed. So Welcome to Horrorland will be pretty easy for me because I've definitely thought, oh, if you were to like have your own carnival, what would it look like? How would it be? Why I'm afraid of bees. Bees are actually one of my biggest fear. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have a scar right here under my eye. And a hornet, when I was like 17, attacked my face right here. And it just like, it actually took like a small chunk out. I didn't need stitches, but it was very deep. And then it finally healed and left me with this like scar. So every time I see this in the mirror, I just think like, man, I really don't like bees. Like specifically like wasps and hornets. I'm very not into them. So why I'm afraid of bees, I'll have like a hornet or something attacking my face. My hairiest adventure. I would show you guys how hairy my chest is and how hairy my nipples are and stuff, but I don't want to scare you. So just know that his hairiest adventure is nothing compared to the hairy adventure that my nipples go on the daily. A Night in Terror Tower. So, Phantom of the Auditorium was my first book. Night in Terror Tower was the first ever VHS that my grandparents rented for me at Blockbuster. And that was the first ever Goosebumps, like, movie/TV that I ever saw. Dude, VHS and Blockbuster? Like, let me know in the comments if any of you are old enough to remember, like, going to Blockbuster and renting VHS. Not DVDs, VHS. I'm definitely, like, kind of revealing my age. I just remember seeing that guy. I need that. I need to watch that. Like, that one. I need to see that. He's so buff. I'm so buff. Buff ass art dudes. Buff dudes, dude. Oh my god, there's so much muscle on screen right now. The Barking Ghost. We're definitely gonna make like a ghost dog, but we'll do like a Rottweiler or like a pit bull or like Just an actual, like, scary looking dog. This dog still looks like I would try to pet it. He got the fluffy ears, they're all folded over. He's still cute. The headless ghost. I waited so long to get this one from the library. This was a book based upon the cover art. Every kid in my school wanted to read this book because of the cover art. It was so dope that every single person was like, I want that one, I want that one. And eventually, I remember one of the kids that was in my class, he got it. And then right after he had it for a week, as soon as he handed it back to the librarian, I went up to her and was like, can I check that out? And she was like, well, usually like we put it out the next day. And I was like, I need to read that book. Like, please let me check it out today. And I got it. And I don't remember the story being that good. And I remember being very underwhelmed. But the cover art, I remember it just being a hot commodity. When you could actually get that one at the library, man, elementary school Austin is just freaking thriving right now. So that wraps up us looking at some Goosebumps cover art. Hope you guys enjoyed some of what you saw. You should definitely do some research on Tim. He's an incredible artist. Now that I know who the guy is, shake his hand and just be like, hey. Oh wait, we can't shake hands anymore. I forgot about quarantine. Sorry, I'm not gonna shake your hand. Tim, I promise I won't shake your hand. I promise. I'm not gonna shake any hands. No hand shaking for anybody. There, my arms are gone. I can't shake hands. But I would like to meet him, and like I said, I would love to give him just a free piece of my own art. He'll probably be like, the f is this? Who are you? I don't want your shitty art. I would still fan out and just be like, oh my god, that dude did all the Goosebumps freaking art from my childhood. Guys, come hang out with me over my Twitch channel. Link to that is in the description below. Or if you don't feel like reading, I'll just tell you. My Twitch name is Space Cased. I couldn't get Space Case because I think I have 2 Twitch channels and I just don't remember the password for Space Case. But follow me over at Space Cased with a D at the end. Like I said, I'll be going on 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My first one will be tomorrow, Tuesday, May 12th? Okay, I don't know the exact date. The Tuesday after Mother's Day. Looking forward to seeing you guys over there. If you had a favorite Goosebumps book from when you were a kid, or like a favorite cover that you can remember, let me know in the comments. Like, let's nerd out about this cover art. You saw how excited I got and just like all the memories they brought back. I'm hoping I can do the same for a few of you. Let's talk about it. I freaking love that stuff. Like, man, I was such a geek when I was a kid. All I would do is read books and draw pictures and play with Legos, but it's cool to be able to do stuff like this even when I'm older and kind of just like, you know, remain in touch with the child in me. And that's not just my pedophile mustache talking. That's me, you know, appreciating my childhood. But yeah, that's gonna wrap today's video up, guys. Like I said, go follow my Twitch channel. I'm still gonna be doing a couple live streams on YouTube every week, but I'll be doing the daily ones over on Twitch. Along with that, like, I'm not just gonna do the Goosebumps stuff. The Goosebumps will be every morning, Monday through Friday. But if I feel like jumping on a Saturday or Sunday, and I'm like, hey, like, today we're all gonna watch this movie, and like, we'll just hang out. We're gonna have movie nights. We could watch TV. We could do little random art drawing challenges together. I'm all about like making this a community thing and like, you know, making some buddies over there. So hope to see you guys over there. As always, thank you guys for watching. Like the video, share. That helps the channel grow. And right now YouTube is helping me because, you know, all of my art events are getting canceled. I haven't been able to sell at all the events I was supposed to go to. And seeing as how New Jersey just lengthened our quarantining to June now, more events that I was supposed to go to are being canceled. Yeah, if you could just share the YouTube videos, that helps me keep my bills paid, honestly. So I would appreciate if you guys could do that. Peace.